trapped in the material world.
To regain my memories. The key was my imagination with imagination and conscious intentions. I could maneuver the death traps made by the scripts, but never once left me that I was even a part of this reality. I don't feel that I can connect to people, and I'm not as holy as people would expect. I'm not saying I'm evil either. I'm a more neutral stance. To unlock my true power was to unveil my true personality. After going with two intense opposites, while keeping my composure, I started to feel my inner peace. I could laugh more. My body started glowing from the inside with a light that most people disregard. I integrate my shadow self on a daily basis. It becomes secondhand knowledge at this point. Even when I isolate myself, people see me with this mask. But maybe it's not a concealer. Maybe people haven't found their real selves. I know how people love putting up a front. I see more and more that it's changing. Back then it wasn't always like that. In the past, being fake was the norm to be accepted in society. Now no one wants to communicate with each other in person because of the internet. The anti-social gap is condensed and narrow. Not to say the internet doesn't have uses to spread the word. That's not the point. I found a new way to tap into other realities called a Psionic link. It's not an easy process at all, since many entities have blocked my passage to the Akashic records with the Sonic link. I tapped into multiple versions of myself on countless of dimensions, but there's a risk. You need to expend a lot of energy to do so. The general focus in the matter to understand this will be to tap into your imagination. If we take quantum mechanics into account, meditate as if you are the being and seeing yourself from the other side. Feel the split in realities if you chose different decisions to show the split universe. Seeing the prospect from your counterpart point of views and collecting the data from the side. It's almost like remote viewing, but it takes it a step further beyond. The real question would be what you do if you were in someone else's shoes. Would you do the same responsibilities? Would you just learn to understand them based off their character? To deep dive into becoming the mimicry might be the best form of flattery, but in this case, it's only way to see from their bird's eye view what you can suspect from someone by pretending you are them. You learn to tap into the essence to fully understand them and truly create out of sonic link. You have to feel what they are trying to convey in the spirit. If there are multiple versions of myself out there, then there must be multiple monads out there and multiple Yaldabaoths out there, and Sophia's too, and other people too. There is a version of myself that is any of the gods or beings scattered into countless of distorted dimensions and timelines. Tapping into such a phenomenon is harder than understanding the concept. That is why the Psionic link is crucial, to be in an isolated position where no one is present, so you don't lapse and your mind starts wandering elsewhere. It takes a heavy toll on energy, but there's another use for this practice. You can also harness your counterparts' abilities to a certain extent and copy their energy in folds and bits. In my opinion, it's still better than nothing. Might come in handy later on. It can probably take you out of a tight spot.